It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about something that really does not make sense or sit right with me that happened in NBA 2K23, my team, spanning from Season 6 to Season 8. And that is, well, I think the best way to phrase it, I think the best way to go about it is to talking about how in Season 6, it was horrible. It seemed like 2K wasn't listening to us. They were giving us horrible content. Basically, we got the playoff sets, and then all Season 6 was just Evo's updates throughout. And the Evo updates weren't like grindable. They'd put them in packs. It was really just a bad season all the way around. We really lacked free content. We lacked grindable content. The rewards weren't great. I mean, in general, guys, Season 6 was not ideal. Looking at some of the rewards, you guys can see Malik Sealy, Alonzo Mourning, Steve Smith, Hakeem level 40. Really no grindable things throughout it. That's when we saw the hero set. Probably the most pay-to-win season we've maybe seen in MyTeam history. It was really bad, okay? Seemed like MyTeam was in a bad place after Season 6. Not that many people were really that into it, okay? Then we went to Season 7. And I don't want to sit up here and say Season 7 was a perfect season, but it was pretty good, man. We started with the three free Dark Matters that were absolutely incredible. We saw Dark Matter locker codes. We basically saw free Invincible Jokic. We basically saw these rewards. Artist was really solid. Not that the level 40 Zion was great, but Rick Smits was good as well. Michael Finley was solid. Some decent Galaxy Open rewards. We saw the daily all-time players, which obviously at this stage now aren't that good, but for their time, they weren't that bad. Like, we saw some really solid things. You grinded these out, you got really solid MT. And it really just seemed like, in general, the 2K was listening to the community, man. If we complained about something, normally they'd react, give us something better. The rush set, I would say, wasn't executed perfectly, and you guys probably know as well as I do, like, nobody really was hyped up for rush sets ever just because the cards weren't great. It wasn't like, I wish it would have made these like a choice pack maybe, because none of the cards were that great anyways. I just don't think the rush set was necessarily executed that well, but as far as everything else, I don't think we can complain too much. I think Season 7 was a massive step forward in the right direction. You know, we did see a lot of locker codes, a lot of stuff that really had the community trending in a positive direction. I, again, don't want to say it was perfect because it wasn't. You know, the mode rewards still weren't great. But when we go back and look at the Enfuego season, I mean, we still saw Evos. We saw dynamic duos. We saw those all-time cards at the start of June. We saw some really solid, we had a solid overall season, I would say, in Season 7. It seemed like that was the last season that 2K was going to care about, and they showed it in a big time way. Season 8 has been nothing but horrible. And I think a lot of the reason Season 8 is horrible is because all of these endgame cards are copy and paste, right? And so the difference between MJ and Kobe is nothing. I would get it, right, if the first drop we got the end games, all of them have the same 6. But after that, you'd think 2K would maybe make a simple adjustment. Okay, sometimes we'll give people the Infi size slide, sometimes we'll give them the Asa size, sometimes we'll give them the Curry size of escape, sometimes we'll give them the Trey size of escape, sometimes we'll give them the Oscar uppers, sometimes we'll give them the Sadiq upper, sometimes maybe they'll give them Tim Duncan upper. Who cares, okay? Just change the way players are. That's not what they did. They made 34 copy and paste cards. And then with the Invincibles, I mean, they just lost all of their hype because the Invincibles aren't even that great, right? Obviously, in the last drop, there's some that are pretty solid. But like, you know, I'm just going to list some Invincibles that we got in one set a couple of weeks ago. We saw Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, Drazen, as well as AK-47. Is that really hyping anybody up? Chris Bosh, Manu Ginobili, are those guys hyping anybody up? No. So the Invincibles were just kind of mid. Season 8 cards have been okay, because I mean, Jonathan Bender, great for a budget baller out there. Even a guy, let's say, I'm just going to throw it out, Mirasan. He's not necessarily cheap. I don't want to sit here and say Mirasan's cheap because he's not. But, you know, if you are really balling, not on a budget, but let's say you don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of MT, then yes, Mirasan is a really good option for you. These free Dark Matters were a horrible, horrible, horrible addition. 2K made it sound like they'd be cool. Level 1 Steph Curry was fine. These level rewards were good. Even Embiid as the ultimate reward. I don't really hate on that too much. These could be cool. These takeover events, if end games were added to that, but they found a way to ruin that. And there's no like 2-week event. There's no daily content. There's just really nothing to get behind. No token market update. I know I listed like 5 or 6 things. You think out of a couple of them, 2K could handle, right? They could update the token market. They could maybe update these so end games could be in there. They could maybe update some SIGs for the end game cards. 2K decided to not do any of that. And I think that's why I'm just sitting here stunned right now. I'm not asking for 2K to be perfect because they never have, they never will. And a lot of people get upset when I say, you know what, I'm not asking 2K to be perfect. I'm asking for 2K to give some sort of effort like they did in Season 7, like they did when they listened to some of the community. But this season, they decided, you know what, we're just going to drop copy and paste end games. We're going to drop packs. We're going to give people these takeover packs just so they, you know, have something to do. But that's it. It's not like they've done anything else for us in general. And I think that is one of the main reasons that I'm just like kind of irritated with the mode. Like I still play it. I want to make my no money spent great. But as far as these end games are concerned, it's just not that exciting. People are like, oh, Ty, I like it because all of my players have the same release. I mean, is it really that big of an issue if they switch between 3 or 4 releases? Like, why can't they give people the Kevin Love upper, which is one of the smoothest uppers in the entire game? If you ever shot with Danny Granger, that's exactly what it is. I don't get why all of the players have to have the same copy and paste 6. I don't get why 2K can't give a little effort to make the game better, make the game more enjoyable. That's kind of why I'm frustrated right now as it stands. Sure, I mean, you guys might be having fun right now. There's a lot of new players that may be having fun. But the copy and paste SIGs, the no new content, the no effort is the big thing for me. It is just why I don't think this season is going to go down as a positive one when we look back at it. And I know, again, the Twitter, the hardcore players is a small player base in MyTeam. But that's the player base that really is going to care about the content. Other people are just going to play the game casually no matter what, right? But it's just sad. The mode rewards are all horrible. Like, who am I going to get? Jerry Stackhouse? Oh, wow, cool. I got him. He'll never play for me. Mode rewards are horrible. There's no new updates. There's really nothing to get behind or play right now in Limited. And it's just no fun. All the way around. Season 6, Season 8 were horrible. The crazy part is it was sandwiched with a pretty good season in Season 7. It's crazy that I give more effort to make this game mode fun than MyTeam gave this entire season. And I mean that when I say that. I've given more effort to make Season 8 somewhat enjoyable for myself, the people that watch, than 2K has in general. And that's not the way it should be at all. That's my problem with it. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. And have a blessed day.